Sounds like a plan. All right.
I did not expect to see her walk out of here alive.
I know what you must be thinking.
I am not here to judge your decisions. She was yours to do with as you please. But from your bearing, I can't help but think she won that encounter.
She cast Lolth's blessing upon me. At first I thought nothing of the gesture, but...
The Spider Queen is inconsistent with her gifts. If it serves her to see you die, that is blessing enough for her. I offer you this advice. Find a priestess of Lolth, beg her to remove Lolth's curse, and pray the priestess doesn't stack agony on top of injury.
I'm afraid I cannot. Lolth's touch is far more powerful than anything I've ever dealt with. Believe me, I've tried in the past. However, I know there is a cleric of Corellon Lorethian in Luskan. He might be able to do what I cannot.
A powerful priestess of Lolth has set up shop in Gracklestew. She's known to be, sympathetic to those who have attracted Lolth's attention.
Thank you. And thank Ben Yago as well.
Shadows embrace you, Delanir Jafir.
You guys don't need this, right? Yeah. Sure. If you say so. plan. All right.
Yes? At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish. Of course. At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish. Of course. At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish. Of course.
How can I help? There is nothing more to tell. My life story is still being written here, with you. I have never spent time among the Durgar. I have always preferred to run the other way. The Lady of Dreams go with you.
At once. Right away.
What do you need? I have filled you in on my tale, such as it is. From this point on, you are more witness than audience. I hear laughter, and I see a king without a crown. Puzzling. It has been wonderful. We must do this again sometime.
Yes? What is it? Allow me to continue. The leadership of the Order of the Gauntlet simply stated their policy. Combat evil in any guise, but never strike until all the facts are known. A sensible rule, to be sure, but unreasonable when facing fiends. We became aware of another group of fiendish servants, and I pushed for us to confront them immediately. Yet the Gauntlet refused. I had to act. I gathered a band of like-minded knights, and we dealt with the threat ourselves. No, they were not. Yes? What is it? Allow me to continue. The leadership of the Order of the Gauntlet simply stated their policy. Combat evil in any guise. We became aware of another group of fiendish servants. You understand more than I thought you might. Perhaps our methods are not so different. Yes? What is it? Allow me to continue. The leadership of... We became a... Of course. Everything I believe in tells me that these people must not be allowed to draw breath. Even the air down here is cruel and unclean. It is no wonder that demons find places such as this. As you will.
What can I do for you? You know all there is to know. You're done with history now, and we're writing the future. Remember that Duergar can turn invisible at will. Assume we're being watched at all times in Gracklstew. Don't be a stranger.
What do you need? You know more or less all there is to know. From here out, you're part of it all. Did you ever hear about the time one Duergar told another Duergar a joke? No, 'cause it's never happened. Don't be a stranger.
I can do that.
What do you need? Why return to the past when so much excitement waits for us in our future? Everything I've heard about the Duergar tells me that Gracklstew is no place for a woman like me. I enjoy dancing, singing, and other forms of social amusement. A life that's all about work sounds terribly boring. Though, I guess that depends on the work. Come back anytime. I'll be waiting.
What do you need? Would it be alright if we talked about my past another time? I'd rather try to focus on the quest or whatever. I'm not unintelligent in general. A little overly focused, perhaps, but not unintelligent. But I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to spell Gracklstew. It's like the Duergar had a bunch of extra syllables lying around and just shoved them together. Or maybe they had a famous Lord Gracklstew whose deeds are now legend. I asked Dalanir, and he gave me Goaway. But that didn't sound right. Maybe the Drow spell it differently. All right, you know where to find me.
As you wish.
I have buried Golgaman as you requested. Fortunately, I have found a new shop apprentice. I'd like you to meet Golgaman. Renaming him would be too expensive at this point. It's way easier to leave it the way it is. Why? what happened to me. I've been thinking about your demon problem, and I have the solution. Mass human sacrifice. Now, bear with me. You go back to Husco, or whatever your ignorant surface city was called, and you round up, say, 100,000 people, and you tell them that it's a holiday and that there will be gifts. Then, suddenly, when they think they're getting presents, catch them all on fire and say something like, wah wah, name of the demonic hosts beseech, and so forth. Bam! Problem solved. Of course it would. Your demon would see it and say, well, I guess everyone's already insane. Maybe I'd better head back home. Instant banishment. I'm glad we had this talk. You understand me, and that makes me want to flay you less. Shh! He can hear you. Or he could if he were alive. Yes, I'm starting to feel stabby.
Like it hurt.
Yeah. Sure. If you say so.
At your service, of course.
I'm here.
How may I serve? At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish, of course. At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish. At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish, of course. At once. Right away. I can do that. As you wish. Of course.
What is that I sense? You have been marked by evil.
Yes. And it feels as if my strength has been sapped. Can you do anything to help?
Perhaps. But it is not something I do lightly. I know of a rare ritual that could possibly remove a curse of such power. But I'm afraid I must ask for an offering of 8,000 gold to perform the ritual. What is this? Just looking at it sends chills down my spine. I do not dare possess such an item, but I feel our order may learn much from it.
It was my sister's. And yes, you are wise to be cautious of such an item. But surely you sense its value.
Yes, I do indeed. This would be agreeable to me. Do we have a deal? Then it is settled. Please, step into the back room. Just you.
I feel different. The curse is still with me, but the worst of it is gone. I feel a new sense of power, of clarity. Something I have never felt before. I now believe that my sister did not truly mean me any harm. She granted me the blessing of her goddess, and it has only made me stronger, which I admit is something of a surprise. Friend, thank you for helping me sort out my affairs. I'm grateful you stuck with me through this, and I want you to have this as a small token of my gratitude. Now, let's be off. There are pressing matters to which we must attend.